A recent study showed that the value of XRP has skyrocketed to an amazing $1,427. This important step forward was made possible by the likely adoption by 30% of global banking institutions, a number that might seem low at first. Change a big part of the banking business. The interesting claim that Ripple works with about a third of the world's banks is supported by all the evidence we have today, but the question still stands. These banks don't seem to be making the most of what Ripple can do. We'll talk about this subject in more depth. During our talk today, we will also talk about some news that came out not long ago. This means that Ripple will go public by the end of March. XRP's price could go through the roof and reach an amazing $8.97 in just over a month if something happens. The end of March is getting closer and closer to our jump. Before we get into today's subject, let's take a moment to check in. I need a small favor. To become a part of our amazing group, all you have to do is click the like button, subscribe, and Bell. SBI holdings alone are responsible for about 4% of all deposits made through foreign bank accounts around the world. This means that in the big picture, SBI may only make up 4% of the 30% of banks around the world that may finally use Ripple's technology, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. As just the tip of the ocean and a small part of the bigger picture around the world, Ripple has also made a big deal in Brazil by working with the Brazilian central bank to launch its on-demand liquidity services. Going back to what we talked about in the last movie, we looked at the RACS nations in our most recent conversations. How every member country, including China, South Africa, Brazil, Russia, and India, is directly linked to Ripple through central banks' digital currencies and desire for liquidity, CBDCs. When you look at the world's GDP next to that of the British countries alone, you can see that they make up almost 29% of the world's economic output. If the British decide to work together, this opens up some interesting possibilities. There could be huge effects from Ripple. I went into more detail about this in an earlier movie that showed how CBDCs could be added to the XRP ledger and what is being done right now. Because the XRP ledger is so important to the changing banking world, its importance in this situation can't be stressed enough. As we get ready for the next bull market, this makes the possibility for technological ripples even more clear. When the Federal Reserve made an official statement, the conversation about the new role in financial technology changed in a big way. They said that XRP and XLM could be very important in making the blockchain stronger so that their new FedNow payment system works better. The Federal Reserve drew attention to this change by saying that working with Metal blockchain was a key step toward making it easier to move fiat currencies to safe ones and closing the gap. Decentralized financial systems and traditional banking systems currently allow Americans to send and receive instant domestic payments through digital Bitcoin wallets or third-party apps like Venmo and PayPal. However, the FedNow service is about to totally change this market. More than 120 groups have already signed up to use the platform during its test stages. It has a lot of different payment processors and solution providers, as well as well-known banks like US Bank and Exchange Bank. This is a big step forward in the integration of traditional banking with the cutting-edge field of decentralized finance. It also shows that blockchain technology is becoming more popular in common financial services. As a leader in the fields of distributed ledger technology and cross-border payment systems, Ripple is going to be very important. At the moment, the Federal Reserve is in charge of a project called Stellar Lumen XL. It is known for its blockchain-powered network that makes things easier and saves money. At this point, global trades are likely to be added to the Fed environment in just 8 hours. This is where the story takes an interesting turn. A headline that summed up the fintech story says that 30% of the world's banks are using XRP to make cross-border payments, which is what caused its amazing rise in value to $1,427. This level of acceptance shows that there is a huge need for XRP, which has sent its price to all-time highs and raised its market capitalization. The rise of XRP is not only good news for Ripple, but it could also be very good news for the news that XRP's market share is about to go over 30% is a big change that makes the story more interesting because it means that the cryptocurrency could be used much more widely in the global financial system. Reports from 6 days ago said that XRP trades would go over $1.2 quadrillion, which could push its price up to $10,000. Without a doubt, this news that financial institutions are beginning to use the XRP ledger and its digital assets more strongly marks a huge change. Ripple's plan to buy back its own coins is becoming more than just a guess. It is becoming a fact faster than anyone could have imagined. The company that made XRP, Ripple Laboratories, is buying the cryptocurrency. A recent story said that Ripple started a small-scale buyback and retired about $1 billion worth of XRP. This move shows that people really believe in XRP's value and future. It becomes clearer that the Federal Reserve wants to use XRP as a mechanism, which makes the story in the financial environment more interesting. This is the foundation of the world's payment system, and it has huge effects. Predictions say that once central banks accept WID, XRP may become worth between $112,000 and $222,000 per coin. This rise in value shows how revolutionary XRP could be in changing the way global banking works. Also, Google's views back up this trend, which confirms the Federal Reserve's plans to use XRP as a worldwide payment method because it has unique features that can't be found anywhere else. These events are a big turning point for Ripple and XRP. They put them at the forefront of new financial technologies and could change the way foreign payments are made. We have some shocking papers that were leaked, which we will soon share with you. It's becoming clearer that the Federal Reserve has been interested in XRP for a while now. A few weeks ago, the Federal Reserve said it would use ISO 4217 standards to accept XRP around the world. After getting regulatory approval, XRP was meant to be used by the end of 2023. However, delays caused by outside factors kept it from becoming a widely accepted currency right away. Today, XRP is listed with other big currencies that are issued by banks and governments, including the US dollar, the euro, the GBP, and the Canadian dollar. But the story gets more interesting as more information comes out about how the Federal Reserve plans to use Google's thoughts about the XRP digital asset. As a government figure who backs using XR's public chain to set up a side chain, Kikuchi's suggestions get a lot of attention. KG, an expert, says that this method would let Federal Reserve money directly affect changes in the private sector. The head of the US Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, has made it possible for levels of cooperation and scientific growth that have never been seen before. And this is just the beginning. There is a lot of money being put into making new, independent payment systems in the United States. This shows that financial technology and digital assets are about to go through a revolutionary phase. Remember that the content in these videos is only meant to make you laugh. There is no way I can help you with your money. People who watch my videos should always do their own study and talk to experts before making any financial decisions. Thanks for watching. Please click the like button if you liked the movie. Also, don't forget to turn on the alerts so you know right away when I post something new. It will be great to see you in the next show. Be careful.